I'm completely addicted to making films in Unreal Engine, and there's a very important reason why. So I'm going to show you by building a cinematic scene in Unreal from scratch, and in the end you'll know why I'm hooked. This better not suck. Now, Unreal Engine probably isn't the first piece of software that comes to mind when thinking about filmmaking, but it's actually used on tons of film and TV productions because of its ability to render photorealistic 3D graphics in real time. It's the reason it's the key ingredient in virtual production, where an environment created in Unreal can be displayed live on set behind the actors on massive LED walls or green screen sound stages. Wait, you do have a soundstage, right? Don't worry about it. It can still be used for indie filmmaking as well. Let me show you. So here we have a blank Unreal Engine project ready for us to make something. And without giving away too much, it's a fantasy scene set in the mountains, and I'll say no more because you'll see it at the end of the video. So for a scene like this, I'm going to need a landscape, and Unreal has an amazing landscape system built in where you can sculpt caverns, mountains, add erosion. But in my opinion, the most amazing thing is the ability to use real world environments in your scenes. For instance, if you wanted to use a mountain range from New Zealand, wonder why you'd want that. You could just go to a site like Tangram Heightmapper, highlight the area you want to use, download a map and import that into Unreal. And Unreal will just generate a mountain region for you. Just insane. I love this. The landscape that I'm going to use in this scene, I've made myself, and I've just added it to the Patreon. And you can get the landscape mesh or height map plus the materials, and they're all available to download and for you to use in your projects. Now, I think it's cool that you don't have to be a 3D modeling expert to make amazing things in Unreal. I'm certainly no 3D modeler, and that's why I always use Quickel Megascans. This is basically a library of nearly 15,000 assets. Things like surface imperfections, 3D models, textures, and these things are just readily available in the engine for you to import, drag and drop into your scene and position as you want. The 3D assets were created using a process called photogrammetry, where sometimes thousands of photographs are taken of a single object, and then it's reconstructed in 3D space, which means that it retains all those beautiful imperfections that real objects have. Not all Megascans are created equal, some of them are incredible quality, and some of them are more suited to be used in the background. But a well-lit Megascan used appropriately is more than enough to fool someone that they're looking at the real deal. So let's say you've built parts of your world. Now is a really good opportunity to add some cameras to your scene, start scouting for locations and setting up some shots. And we have the added benefit here that these are virtual cameras and can be basically any kind of camera that you want. You can set your aperture, you can set your focus, but you can also adjust what sensor size you have. Do you want to shoot with an IMAX sensor, or do you want to shoot with anamorphic glass maybe? You can do that. I'm not going to be quite that adventurous, and I am going to be shooting some green screen footage as well on this camera, so I need my settings to match. So I'm going to be setting this to a 16:9 DSLR and probably using focal lengths of about 24 or 35mm. Now we have a whole valley in place, but no sense of how big or small a person would be in this environment, so I'm going to go on Mixamo and get one of their mannequins and drag that into my scene. That gives me that scale reference, and also lighting reference as well. So I've selected loads of Megascans that I think are going to work with this scene. So I've got lots of rocks, I found some really nice Japanese lantern type things as well. So I'm going to start building the scene, placing assets here. This is really where we start to find the scene and where the art direction is. Unreal has an amazing set of lights that can mimic lights from the real world. Like point light could be a light bulb, you've got a rectangular light which is like a softbox, directional light like the sun, and also a spotlight which is very dramatic. But these can all be controlled in detail, down to the color temperature and intensity and radius, how soft they're going to be on your scene. It's incredible to be able to go from daytime to sunset immediately, the blink of an eye, and watch all of the shadows shift. It's beautiful, really. And I'm not just eyeballing this because I can load in a false color LUT and really nail exposure as well. I can start to see this scene coming together now. It's giving off a bit of a mood, but these mountains should have trees. I've already gushed about Megascans, lots, but they do trees. So you go to the Epic Marketplace and you can just add them to your project. Then in Unreal, go to your foliage painting mode, drag in a few trees, and you can just paint them all over your landscape wherever you want them. It's called the foliage painting tool, sure, but you can do it with rocks, twigs, bins, whatever. So I'm just in the process of setting my lighting up for my green screen shoot. I've got about 3 shots to do. It shouldn't take me too long. All the footage that I capture on the green screen here is going to go into After Effects. The green is going to get keyed out. Then the footage is going to get sent into Unreal Engine and placed directly in the scene on a transparent plane. I want to be able to film within the environment that I've built. It just makes a lot more sense to me in my head, and I've been working this way for quite a while. I've made plenty of videos on the channel about how I do this. I'll link a few of them below in case you want to try it out. In the past, during pre-production, if I wanted to communicate the look or the mood of a film, I had to rely on storyboards or concept images. But now I get to start building this world straight away and see it right away. And a lot of that is due to Unreal's real-time technology. When you view your scene in Unreal Engine, by default, you're looking at it with Lumen. Epic developed Lumen so that you can view your scene in real time with good quality lighting. So it calculates both direct and bounce lighting or global illumination. And the results are really generally beautiful. But when the time comes to render your scene from Unreal Engine out to a movie clip or an image sequence so you can use it in either Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, you have the choice to either render with their Lumen system or the built-in path tracing, which is built upon ray tracing technology but just with a lot more rays. It pumps these out into your scene and you get some of the most realistic results. So that's what I'm going to use for this scene. So, with a bit of extra tinkering, I've made something, and here it is. But what is it, right? Is it a storyboard? No, not an animatic either. Probably a previs, which is amazing because you've only just been writing your script and now you can see it and test those ideas. What works, what doesn't, and then go back to your script and amend the things you don't like about it. So we can see our films before we've made them. That's why I'm addicted to Unreal Engine. And you can just continue from there because there's no reason in my mind why an indie filmmaker can't reach final pixel in Unreal. Everything I've done in this video can be learned with simple online tutorials, and I haven't even scratched the surface. So if you want to dive deep into virtual production with me, subscribe to the channel and watch this video next to see what's possible in Unreal Engine in 3 days.